Hello and welcome to my YouTube. My name is Kaylee and I talk about all things health, fitness, lifestyle, etc. And I want to do a week 2 or 3 update on my calorie deficit because I did one about a week ago and then went on a trip. No, it's been 2 weeks, I think, and then went on a trip and then came home. And now I think I'm in week 3 of my calorie deficit. And things are going well. So when I was on my trip, I we just did not eat as well, maybe as I would have liked. I went to Savannah to see my boyfriend because he's down there for work. And I just Savannah's one of those places that is very good food wise, but it's a lot of southern foods. And so it's kind of a lot and it's very heavy. Um, and so, I made different choices, different places that we went, but we also got fast food twice. And I think it's just because we were feeling very lazy and just wanting to chill in the apartment that he's in. And I don't know, I didn't feel too bad about it just because it didn't derail me entirely. Like my weight is still going down and we were walking and still went to the gym and things like that. So, and that's what I talk about in another video about that whole 98-2. I just think you have to live your life a little bit. And it's just one of those things that I'm not going to get all bent out of shape over because I'm home, I'm meal prepping, I'm back on track. Do you know what I mean? So everything's fine. My weight's coming down still. I am still PRing in the gym, still having hitting really high still getting heavier in the weights and things like that. So I feel really good about how the gym is going on this calorie deficit, my weight loss, things like that. The one thing that I really need to hone in on and pay attention to is my steps. So typically I'm trying to get between 10 and 11,000 steps a day right now, just because I don't want to lower my calories just yet. And yeah, getting those. So we've had a snowstorm here. All the sidewalks are still covered with snow and a layer of ice. And so it's just been kind of hard to get out and walk properly. We have walking pads in the house. He actually has one in the basement, and then I have one upstairs. And so I've been trying to do the walking pads and just get, some steps in as much as I can. And then after every workout, I do 15 minutes right now on the treadmill. So I'm trying to get some steps there. But yeah, I would say that's probably the one area that I need to really hone in on. But other than that, things are really good. Things are going fine. And yeah, I'm excited to see kind of how the whole rest of the cut goes. And, as long as my weight keeps sort of going down, that's a good thing. And I definitely just don't want to lose strength in the gym just because I worked really hard for that muscle and I worked really hard for that strength last year. So I just don't want to lose it. Um, but yeah, what else can I tell you? So I had a few shorts that went out, and I was essentially talking about cardio in the gym. And the reason that I got so riled up about it is because I will go to my gym and, I'll be over there on the squat racks and there's some other women who will be doing some really hardcore, programs or exercises as well. But a lot of women that come to my gym, they go over and I'm not even kidding, they'll do 2 different cardio machines and then they'll do some random dumbbell exercise in the midst of those cardio machines workouts, and then they'll leave and that's it, and they go home. And I know that women want to feel and look a certain way. I know that because that's how I feel. And I want to take care of my body. I want to look as good as I possibly can for myself and for my own like self-confidence. And I also at the same time want to feel strong. Like I like feeling strong and I like having muscle. And I just think this whole like toned look and this whole toned epidemic really that has like transpired in the fitness realm has really done a lot of harm because you cannot tone something that is not there already. So, like, the muscle is what people are wanting to tone essentially, but that requires you to lose body fat. And so, in order to lose body fat, you have to eat well. You have to have good nutrition. You have to be strength training because muscle is what's going to help that fat loss in the long run. And then yeah, you have to like get your steps, drink your water, sleep really well, like all the things. And I just get so riled up about it because I made this mistake when I was first starting out. I was doing like HIIT classes and I was doing, you know, all the things. Like I was trying to run and I had like sort of I've always been lower body dominant, so I had like a lot of lower body strength and I definitely had like runner's legs for a while and I just felt like that's what I should do, right? To sort of like lean out, whatever. And it worked against me so hard. Like I was not losing any weight. I felt more inflamed than ever. And it just was one of those things where I had a really sort of come to Jesus meeting. And I was like, yeah, this is not working out. Like I would go run and then I would come home and I would eat overnight oats. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like, why am I not losing any weight? And why do I feel like bigger than ever, honestly? And, my boyfriend, he's very big into strength training and always has been since he was like 18. And we had some very like real conversations. And, at first, because this is, I just think how women are sometimes. It's just like, oh, you're mansplaining things to me. And I would get very frustrated. But at the same time, it's like, no, he was valid in a lot of things and he was right about a lot of things. And he genuinely was trying to just help me feel the best that I could feel about myself and help me figure out what is going to get me to that point and where to start and things like that. So I joined a gym. I got a gym membership. I started strength training, I started a program, I started dialing in my nutrition, and I saw my body change in a way that my body had never changed before. Like, I'll actually put like some before and afters here for you just so you can see. And my sister, even today, sent me a photo of my face like 5 years ago. And I sent her a photo back of my face now. And I'm just like, the difference is just insane. And it's just one of those things like until you go through it and until you do your own research and until you really learn all of these things for yourself, I just think you're not going to get to where you want to get to. You're just going to keep stalling out and you're just going to keep repeating some bad habits and you're just going to keep quitting things. But for me, I was really sick of like looking in the mirror every day and not really liking what I saw. And that was enough for me to be like, I have to make a change and I am responsible for this change. Like no one else is responsible for this. And I just stopped making excuses and I got down to the work and I put the work in. And now I feel really good. I feel strong, I feel healthy, I feel empowered in the gym and at home. And I also was saying in one of the shorts that I have never felt more feminine and more in touch with my feminine side than I do now. And I feel so strong. And I have my boyfriend to thank for a lot of it too, just because he's very encouraging, very helpful, and has taught me a lot. And I really, appreciate his expertise. And I think that's one thing that I've learned. It's like if you're willing to learn and you're willing to grow, then you kind of get out of your own way. You know what I mean? Um, and that's when the growth happens and that's when the change happens and that's when my body changed and that's when I felt a ton better, you know? So, anyways, I sort of went on a tangent there, but all of that to say, I feel really good right now. I feel really good about this calorie deficit. I feel really good about this year. I have some big goals. Oh, hi. Look who it is. This is Jonesy. Oh, he's so handsome. You say hi? He said, Mom, put me down. Okay. He's so sweet. Anyways, to say, I am excited about this year. I have some goals in the gym that I want to work on, and I still want to maintain my strength, still want to get stronger, still want to lean out this year. But I'm feeling really good and I'm feeling really strong, and I am excited for what 2026 is going to hold when it comes to like my health and my fitness. And yeah, I would say, if you've made it this far, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. And if you like this type of content and you want to sort of come along for the journey and you want to root each other on, like, please subscribe. Please share this with whoever you think it would be helpful for. I don't know what I'm doing really with YouTube, but I do like this sort of avenue of being able to have this like longer form content. I'm not that good with the shorter form content just because I have a lot to say, clearly. But I do like this longer form content. And I don't know, I like this avenue a lot. And I just feel like, if what I say helps one person or if I can encourage someone along the way, then like it's all worth it. Do you know what I mean? So, anyways, subscribe, share, join the community. I would love to have you along for the ride. And yeah, I am going to have some more videos coming out over the next few weeks. And so stick around and I will see you in the next video. Bye.